What is going on, everyone? Houston Texans wide receiver Nico Collins is a superstar. I believe Nico Collins is a top 5 wide receiver right now. I can argue top 3. He currently leads the league in receiving with 489 yards. He is on pace for a 2,000-yard season. That's how insane Nico Collins has been so far this year. What Nico has done is shown you that not only is he the number one option for this Houston Texans team, but he is one of the best in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, you know 12's out here. We're going to continue with this video, but first, this episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS. They giving you a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast. My name is Ruben Calvillo. Make sure you follow me on all my socials, guys, and I cannot believe that the Houston Texans got one of the best wideouts in the NFL. I'm so confident that Nico Collins is going to keep this trend up. I went to BetUS and look at the offensive player of the year odds. And Nico Collins is currently plus 950. You put in $100, you have an opportunity to win 950. And guys, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think Nico Collins is having himself a fantastic start to the season. I think this offense gets better. And I think his numbers, the connection that him and CJ Stroud have is elite. And I'm risking it, guys. Let's go ahead and lock it in. Nico Collins to win the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Once again, man, this is just shout out to BetUS and all the things they allow you to put money on: hockey, baseball, golf, tennis, soccer, martial arts. I can't wait to check that out. But one thing is for sure, we believe in Nico Collins. I can't wait to see it out there, guys. Use promo code YouTube150 for that 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. I want to shout out General Manager Nick Caserio. Not only did he draft Nico Collins in the 3rd round, but the contract extension in the offseason, 3 years, $75 million, is an absolute steal. Now, I will say this. If Nico Collins keeps this up, expect this contract to be reworked. But if that does happen, Nico's balling out. When you look at these stats, guys, it's ridiculous. This is from our friend Cody Johnson. Nico Collins is first in the NFL in receiving yards with 489, second in receptions with 30, 13th in touchdowns with 2, 6th in yards after the catch with 171, and is first in first down catches with 25. I'll give you one more. Nico Collins leads the NFL with 21 catches, gaining 10 plus yards this season. If Nico Collins keeps this up, if you get this for a full 17 games, we're talking about the best wide receiver in the NFL. I wouldn't even know what to say if we see that 2K season. But Nico Collins is one of them ones. Yesterday against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 12 receptions, 151 yards, 1 touchdown. This was his 3rd 100-yard game of the season. The other 2 against the Chicago Bears, 8 catches, 135 yards, 1 touchdown. Against the Indianapolis Colts, 6 catches, 117 yards. When you look at the blowout loss against the Minnesota Vikings, he had 4 catches for 86 yards. It seems like whenever a big play needs to happen, when CJ Stroud is looking for a key play to be made, he's looking at number 12, and that's where it's going. In the Week 1 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts on 3rd and 11 to ice the game, finds Nico Collins on this insane throw. He put it to only where Nico can get it, and Nico converted first down in the game. Against the Chicago Bears, the big touchdown after the penalty and shoves cornerback Jalen Johnson on the ground, letting him know that we play football different here in Houston. And against the Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, he just terrorized the entire secondary. And in that final drive, multiple plays went Nico Collins' way. The connection of 7-12 is elite, ladies and gentlemen. And I remember the conversations heading into last year. We were looking at Nico Collins and we were asking him, what type of wide receiver are you going to be for this Houston Texans team? He showed us early on he can be a number one guy. Then the conversations shifted. Well, what type of number one guy are you going to be? Because there are the guys that can get you the 1,000 yards but are not considered superstars, right? Brandon Cooks, Kenny Galladay, Robbie Anderson, all those guys have had 1,000 yards in their career in a season, but were they ever called a superstar? Absolutely not. Towards the end of the season, Nico Collins was playing like a superstar, and in these first 4 weeks, Nico Collins has solidified that he is a superstar wide receiver in the NFL. And here's the thing, guys. We've been talking about this offense not living up to the hype. It's been Nico Collins carrying, the weight of this offense on his shoulders so far. We haven't seen Tank Dell at all. Stephon Diggs has, got it going the past 2 weeks. It's been all 12. And I think the connection between him and CJ Stroud, I think this offense is only going to get better as the season goes on. The Houston Texans, guys, they're 3-1. They find themselves first place in the AFC South. They needed to win the game against Jacksonville. If you would have lost, you would have heard a lot of people say the Houston Texans are frauds. They are not Super Bowl contenders. But ladies and gentlemen, we sit here 3-1. We sit here 3-1 with the team that has had 30 penalties in the past 3 games. The Houston Texans, the first 4 weeks of the season, guys, have been playing against the Houston Texans, yet they find themselves still first place in their division and an opportunity to go 4-1 against a very good Buffalo Bills team next week, even though they got blown out by the Baltimore Ravens last night. You clean up these penalties, this offense is 100 times better because you are consistently shooting yourself in the foot. And I think that's going to get addressed. I think we're going to see a different team against the Buffalo Bills, the way DeMeco Ryans sounded post-game saying it looks like we're trying to break the NFL record for penalties. So it looks like now he's going to do, something about it, keep a close eye on it. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, as we come to an end of this video, the Houston Texans have a superstar at the wide receiver position, and his name is Nico Collins. You see what happens when you give someone a good quarterback? With that being said, for more Houston Texans content, you guys come back and follow me for more. This episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS. Take advantage of the 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. And do me a favor, everyone. Have a very blessed day.